What's good, Crusaders? Lord Commander Fraggers, formerly known as the Fragnostic, formerly known as Daddy Biscuits, Johnny Toffee Fingers, the Phantom Chimney Shitter, here, now, all together, formerly, presently, and, if I perform the ritual correctly, posthumously, in this location, speaking to you, live, now, but pre-recorded later. It's been a fair old while since we last saw each other, Crusaders. 6 months, I do believe. And maybe not an enormous passage of time in the grand scheme of things, but long enough for things to change. For me, at least. For a lot of you, as well, I'm sure, with everything that's been going on in the world. Hope you're all in relatively good health, physically, mentally. Yeah, I hope circumstances haven't been more than any of you can handle. It will never be easy for a lot of us, obviously. I think that's what binds a larger proportion of this community together. And I'm thankful and proud of that. You know, give me your essays in the comments section, please do. I really do want to catch up with all of my regulars and get to know any new faces that have come aboard in the last year or so that maybe I haven't had as good an opportunity as you deserve to talk to you properly. You are loved, you are welcome here, always. If anybody says any different, please submit their names to me for the weekly genital stomping lottery, a fair and measured system whereby if you act like a cock, angry horses will jump on yours. So I guess there's subjectively good and bad news regarding the channel and my return to it, depending on what it is you really want to see on here. It might be all good for different people, might be all bad for others. Who knows? Let's lay it out there, let's find out. I'm planning on making some fairly big changes to the content I make starting from today for a variety of reasons. The most pressing being that after 5 years of playing indie horror games, which, yeah, let's be honest, were largely terrible, not always entertainingly so, I'm sick to death of them. I really am. I just haven't got it in me to commentate the same reskin haunted corridor simulators week in, week out, and make it interesting to watch or listen to anymore. It's ruining gaming for me. Now I know that because, and this sucks, it really does. I was playing Visage a few weeks ago. You may well have heard of it. It's been in early access for a while. Full release version dropped fairly recently, and I've got to tell you, it bored me to tears. And what was awful about that is that I knew it shouldn't be. It's a really good game. Well made, intense, the scares are nicely built up, plotted and executed, but it was doing nothing for me. And I came to realise from that I have, for lack of a better term, horror whiskey dick. I've taken so much of the same thing over the past half a decade, I just don't care about it anymore, even if it's actually a good product. And if I don't care about it, I can't make content of a quality that I'm comfortable putting out. It just doesn't fit my style. You know, I know I ham it up a bit for the videos with the odd shrieking fit here and there, but you know, I feel like I'm largely coherent throughout my stuff, and that's becoming more and more difficult to do against the same backdrop without becoming a Markiplier or a Jacksepticeye. And you know what? I don't say that derisively either. I've made some pretty embarrassing and immature comments about both of those YouTubers and others in the past, like I was in any way above their brand of entertainment. But you know what? They're both great showmen, and they've worked incredibly hard to build their audiences and their content bases up to what they are. And I mean, if you like them, you shouldn't be ashamed of that. And I think if you don't, as with anything else in life that's not actually hurting anybody and is in fact bringing a lot of people a lot of joy that they may very sorely need, it's not necessary that you have to tear them down just because you can. Now, that might seem like an odd tangent to go off on, but I feel like it's worth addressing just because it's symptomatic of a larger mindset that made me take such a long break from making content. I think I just had a real bad fucking attitude overall, I feel, sometimes towards people and work that didn't deserve it, and I've got to tell you, I'm just not in that mindset anymore. It's an exhausting character to play when you haven't got the reservoir of venom and bile to run it on. I'm not saying I'm going to stop playing horror games altogether, of course not. You know, if there's an indie game on Steam that's getting some positive buzz, then of course I'll check it out, but I'll do it as a fan of the genre, not as some kind of fucking assassin looking to tear it down from the offset just because I feel like that's what my audience wants to see. So really, that's the first change I want to make, ambiguous as it is. We'll be playing a far wider range of games on here now, and the second change is that for the foreseeable future, we'll be doing it mostly on the PlayStation 5. And my wife got me one as an early Christmas present. I've had it a few weeks now, and let me show you here. Hang on. Yeah, it's really got me enjoying what I do again. You know, in what way I couldn't tell you. Like, you can see here, I'm not playing anything medieval aside that I couldn't play on the PC. Ignore Lego Harry Potter. That's my wife ruining my fucking trophy list. Although I got to tell you, I'm probably going to end up playing it. It looks pretty fun. No, I won't lie. It's just because it's fucking up my trophy list. But yeah, I don't know if maybe it's just an aesthetic thing, like, or an ergonomic thing. I can comfortably melt into the sofa and play the PlayStation as opposed to being cramped up in a chair that is in no way suitable for a 6.5-foot man while I'm poking at a keyboard with a PC. You know, in any case, there's a whole generation of exclusive games that came out on PS4 that I never got to play, so I'm going to have a lot of fun discovering those while we play through the newer ones too. I figured I'd start on here with Demon Souls. You know, I could show you the closing moments of Metro 2033 or drop you halfway through my run of Crash Bandicoot Warp. I don't know, that'd probably be a bit messy, wouldn't it? A bit janky. We'll leave that. I think we'll start with Demon Souls. Yeah, nice. Third change, although it's not definite, I'm thinking about dropping some face cam in there just to open things up to a wider audience. It also kind of forces me to look after myself, as I do have a bit of a tendency to descend into self-neglect if I don't have a reason to, and unfortunately I don't seem to count looking pretty for my wife or the opinions of anybody on the school runs as a valid reason for that, so I'm hoping it'll be good for me as well as making the videos more entertaining in time. I don't know. I'm still in two minds about it, really. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. Now, I know some of you are still going to be after your Retro Rumbles, your Tombsdays, and whatever other series were running in the past. And I'm not saying that they'll never come back, but right now, I think the most important thing is that we actually have some content on this channel that I can reliably turn out and enjoy making. You know, I do understand if I lose a few of you along the way. I get that, 100%, and there's no bitterness or hostility there for that, believe me. But I think the time has come to be honest with myself and all of you about what I'm capable and indeed incapable of these days. You know, fingers crossed it'll all work out this time around. But I'm planning on putting something up in the next few days. You know, don't be alarmed if I post a couple of videos and then disappear for a week or two, because it is Christmas. You know, I do have 2 young kids and we're all going to be super busy over the seasonal period, but I'm excited to just chill and play some games with you all again. You know, that's what it used to feel like, and that's what used to be great about it. I hope you're up for it, and I hope to see you there, Crusaders.